Alright guys, so I've been saying for a long time what I wanted to do was go back to my first few Tarkov highlight videos back from January, I believe, when I think it was patch .5 I first started. I actually have highlights from the first few raids. I have a playlist on my channel if you want to check out. It's called The Early Days of Escape from Tarkov. You can see just how fucking bad I was, how much of a noob I was, how scared I was. So many mistakes, so many things I didn't know. So I thought I wanted to go back and go over some of that stuff now in hindsight of having 9 months of playing the game. And maybe it'll help out some of you new guys. Maybe you'll learn something new. Either way, it'll probably be pretty entertaining. So let's just fucking hop right into it, shall we? All right, so this was published January 18th, which is literally 9 months ago from today. And I had some comments for some people who had found my channel more recently, and it basically said, I want to see some of your older gameplay. I pointed them to this video, and a bunch of people have basically said, this gave me hope. This is super motivating. Someone even said, you got to do a review of your gameplay. So, Sheldon, this one's for you, my man. Let's fucking hop into it here. Okay, first of all, I look like a fucking homeless person or somebody that comes to your door selling Tupperware from some shady ass catalog. The one taps, boys. The flicks. So you'll notice here I'm confused. One of the first things I want to point out is that for the first few weeks of me playing Tarkov, I had no idea the real distinction between scavs and between PMCs, and I didn't know that scavs were AI. So I was confused there because I'm like, why is a player just standing out in the open doing nothing? What the fuck? Did he disconnect or something? So that's one of the first things is that because I really didn't have much knowledge about the game before I started playing it, little details like that, especially without a tutorial system, were completely ambiguous to me. So I'm like, what? Oh God. The old branding, boys.
I have no idea what I'm doing here.
You don't. You have no idea.
But I'm nervous.
I know.
I don't know why this is so nerve-wracking.
I know why it's nerve-wracking. This game's horrifying. So of course I jump into Factory first, with a Makarov.
Why do there have to be 2 doors here?
I'm fucking horrified right now.
Not what I wanted to do. Not what I wanted to do.
I remember going up to the door and being like, I don't even know what the fucking control is. I'm hitting C, I'm hitting R, I'm hitting T, I finally hit F. Not looking at the little context menu that says breach. I kick the door open and I'm immediately like, oh fuck. Now everybody knows where I'm at.
Oh fuck.
Here I'm just hiding in a corner as a scav. On a scav run, like I said, I didn't know the difference. Totally fucking scared out of my mind, just hearing sounds everywhere and not knowing what to do. Alright, so now you guys know. And this is before I started streaming. This is 2 months before I started streaming. You guys know that the scream is real, okay? 2 things I noticed there, though. Jesus Christ. The first one being, my sensitivity is so high. It's super high. You can see I'm, struggling while I'm aiming down sights to get on target. Did you just see that? I'm left of him, right of him, left of him. Right, left, left. The other thing is that you can see I'm coming from games like PUBG, like Call of Duty. I'm aiming for center of mass, which is a bad habit when you get into Tarkov. Like, I had all the time in the world to line up a headshot with the guy. It just never occurred to me. It was just never something I did. You can even tell there how much I'm struggling to stay on target with the guy that's in front of me because my sensitivity was off. So that's one thing to keep in mind if you're new. Go on offline mode and try to dial in your sensitivity so it feels comfortable. Like, look at how much I'm to the right, to the right, to the right. Like, I'm just struggling. All right, so here a guy coming. I've already figured out Tarkov sound localization. I can already tell I'm gonna fuck this up because today I'd have my crosshair at head level because I know if the guy pops through the door, I only have a split second before we're gonna be exchanging fire. I need to kill him fast, especially if he's got armor or a helmet or whatever. And I'm aiming at his fucking thigh. So how do you think this is gonna end? Fuck, dude.
Fuck. It's literally frozen, dude. I do not know what to do.
I was so scared. This game horrified the shit out of me when I first started playing. Fuck. How much I could have done there, really. First things first. That's a Call of Duty reload. What, I shot, I think 4 shots there, and I'm already reloading. Now, of course, there's a guy right here, so I'm about to be fucked. Also, he's wearing a kiver. I've got 9mm. So he's wearing a kiver and P.A.C.A. And, of course, I'm shooting him in the back rather than trying to line up a headshot on the guy. And also, that was poor threat prioritization. That guy had his back to me, and the other dude was rushing me, and we already fought. So really, I should have focused on this guy first and dealt with him. That's something that you have to learn and you have to get the feel for, is how to move so that you can segment your threats at different times in different places and take care of the highest priority threats first. Probably what I should have done. At this point, the best play would have been, not even to fuck with this guy, would have been to run over to the right here, just sprint there, and go down that little corridor. Let these two guys duke it out. And then, you know, one of them's probably got to reload or heal. That's probably when I would have wanted to have taken this fight.
What the fuck, man?
What do you expect, man?
What?
I remember this. I remember that so vividly. I had no idea what the factory key was, and I'd never been down that hallway before. So when I chased the guy down there, and he just fucking poofed in front of my eyes like goddamn David Blaine, I was so confused I had no idea what was going on. So also another couple of things you should notice there is, again, my sensitivity's too high. I'm sitting there struggling trying to hit the guy. And 2, I'm rushing my shots. I'm panicking and rushing. With a shitty gun with shitty ammo like that, you really have to take your time and line up the headshots. That's what I would do today. That's what I should have done then. I probably would have been able to kill that scav.
Fuck, man.
Had that happened. I immediately shoot him in the kneecaps.
What?
Wondering what the fuck is going on. So salty. Again, too high sensitivity, aiming center of mass. I don't understand ballistics. I don't understand the different calibers of bullets. I clearly don't understand the hitboxes here. So that was my biggest hurdle for the first few hours of playing, was that I'd take underpowered guns, put myself in bad positions, panic, rush through things, and I wasn't set up properly with bad sensitivity.
How do these people fucking survive this?
Well, now you know, bud. You guys remember this? Tell me you guys did this. I didn't learn the maps, right? I just fucking hopped right into the game. And it got to the point where in order to navigate, I'd have to figure out, like, okay, I see a rock and a tree and a building in this orientation. Where could I possibly be on the map? As soon as I'd deduce where I was on the map, then I would try to figure out which direction was north, south, east, or west, so that I could figure out how to get to the extraction. And I didn't know where the extractions were. I knew that one was kind of over here and one was kind of over here, but that was it. I didn't know anything else. So that's how I spent, like, dozens and dozens and dozens of hours on woods.
Fuck me, dude. Come on. No, I was just looking at the map. Fuck.
Fuck me!
Oh, fuck.
Alright, so here... It's not the best example, but here's a decent example of... If I had simply been faster with looting, and maybe been crouched, maybe behind cover or something like that, this probably would have went a little bit better than it did. But instead, I'm sitting there confused, dicking around with things, picking them up, putting them back, not sure what to do, taking all fucking day. The longer you take in these situations, the more likely you are to die.
Oh, fuck.
I think this is where things start to turn around. Taking my time, lining up my shots. Getting destroyed. So notice there, I'm fairly certain at that point, I had no idea that you could hotkey your meds. So what was going through my head there is, okay, I'm in this fight with this guy. I don't have enough time to open up my menu, to right-click on the pills, and to take them. I might not even have painkillers. I'm not sure at this point if I knew really how the meds worked. If I had hotkeyed the meds, I would have quickly been able to just hit the painkiller, and that would have allowed me to be able to move. But instead, I took 30 seconds of just fucking slow limping. The only way I get out of that fight is by... the only way I win, or get out of that position that I was in, was either by winning the fight or dying, basically. We know how that ended.
Fuck, man.
Not really much you could do there. Ooh, the stutter step.
Fuck, man.
The stutter step was getting me back 9 months ago. Still getting me today.
Fuck, man.
Here we go. Now I'm starting to be like, alright, fucking John Wick. Let's do this. I'm starting to move. Starting to aim. Starting to play a little bit smarter. That's why I lasted that much longer in this fight. Because I was being nimble. I was using my cover intelligently. I still fucking died because I was still bad, but...
Fuck, man.
Shit. That's why I wasn't even mad there, because I'm like, alright, I played that well. That's alright. Lining up the headshots. Finally, I'm fucking learning. Okay, this guy scares the shit out of me. At that point, I know I didn't really have time to line up the headshot, so I just sort of panic sprayed and it paid off. Again, here I want to point out, I at this point still had no idea that AI scavs, as when you're a player scav, that some of the scavs are AI and that they don't aggro you. I just figured every single player in the game was an enemy. So that was a lot of scav on scav violence that I did not know was unnecessary. Taking the time to line up the headshot, I missed, but... I don't even... I think I had it on semi-auto. I don't think I knew that you could put this on full auto either. Moving to cover. Moving to cover. That was smart. I thought that somebody could be across the river. You see me looking across the river like, is someone over there? Alright, this is good. Using cover. Using the elevation. Sensitivity still too high. Slowing down, trying to tap for the head. And I panic. Oh god, you guys remember these days of not understanding how meds working? You'd get halfway through a scav raid all fucked up, and you'd be limping for 20 minutes with a 209 or whatever, so excited that you would get a rifle. Taking the time to line up the headshots. When they go prone, you really need to take the time. If that was me today with that gun, what I would have done was gone prone and full auto sprayed him. Because when you're prone, there's almost no recoil on the thing. Then I would have been able to put it center mass and just brrr while he was walking by. That would have been probably the easiest and less risky play there. Still on semi-auto. Don't line that shot up, bro. What are you doing? It's wasting my bullets. I got him. That was a highlight? That was a highlight for me, I guess. You guys remember that? Do you remember that shit? Yeah, wood spawns are they're okay. Super got. The guy just fucking materializes in front of me. Poor dude.
What's that all about?
Nice, took the time, lined up the shots. Good boy. Good boy. Now we're going for headshots, boys. We're cooking with fire now. Okay, well. A few steps forward, a couple steps back. My sense is so fucking high. Alright, I'm aiming for the head though, that's good. That's the biggest thing I can say for a lot of new players is whenever you can, take your time, aim for the head, line up your shots. Eventually, the time it takes for you to stop and aim for the head, it'll start to get faster and faster. And start to become more natural and more accurate. Like the video I did a couple days ago, the whole I'm cheating thing, where you can see me flicking and I'm talking about that. This was the beginning. Literally 9 months ago was the beginning of that. Yep, now I'm starting to do the get a sight on them, kind of flick, flick, flick. It's much easier to do that than it is to try to follow with your iron sights. Because if they move, if they duck, if they go prone or something, that you've lost sight of them. So typically what I like to do is get kind of close, either to the left or the right or lower, and kind of flick up, and then see, like, did he drop? Did he drop? That's useful for longer range semi-auto shots. Nice. Our boy Very's learning. Ooh, getting a cover. Good positioning. Getting behind those rocks. Putting something in between me and him. Ooh, the flick! I probably felt like a god just then with that flick. Ooh. Got him! Alright, so when you're really, like, when the balance of a fight is very drastically not in your favor, sometimes you just have to commit to the spray and end the threat as fast as possible. So that was just a sort of, I don't have enough time to line up a headshot. I'm gonna die. This guy's shooting me in the back. I need to just turn and spray.
Fuck me, holy shit.
So that's one of the things you have to do is kind of, you'll get a feel for the timing, how much time you have given an engagement, given what kind of gun they have, given if it's AI versus player, or the distance between you guys. Figure out if you have time to line up that shot and take them down with one or two, versus you don't have time, you need to fucking just spam bullets and hope you get lucky. The flicks.
What's going on right now?
I still do that with the SKS. I still do that. That's honestly one of the best things I could say as a, if you're a new player, to get the SKS and some PS bullets and learn how to get close to your target, like 95% of the way there, and flick to where you want to go. Then it's just tiny little micro movements. If you turn your sensitivity down, it only ends up being a little bit of your mouse movement. I think you'll see an improvement. Alright, so the first guy, threat too close, no time to line up a shot, no time to retreat, you gotta end it. Second guy, oh shit, he's fucked me up, he's too far away, I won't be able to spray and kill him, and I have no time to line up, that's when you retreat. Gotta know when to hold him, gotta know when to run away like a pussy.
Holy shit.
Oh, stutter step again. See, taking that fight, trying to shoot that fast was dumb. And that's what happened, you miss all your shots. You didn't hear that guy to your right, you idiot? Another example of just having no fucking time, just needing to panic and hope you get lucky. I can't believe I didn't hear the guy to my right. I wonder if my headphones were on backwards. Clear as day. Getting better at counting my bullets. Finding cover, not rushing in. So at the beginning, I definitely would have ran to that guy and started looting him immediately. That's like the PUBG mentality. After a couple of days of playing, I already had been punished enough from that to know that you need to reload, you need to heal, you need to get your shit together, survey the situation, make sure it's clear, listen for any threats nearby, and then you can go and loot. my shots. Flick, flick, flick. Nice. So proud. So proud. Oh, shit. Oh, this was it. This was my first ever fucking loadout where I was like, oh, shit. Let me actually hide my, I was like, oh, damn, boy, we got the fucking silencers. What is this AK I've never seen before? I didn't even know what the fuck contacts were at the time. So stoked. My heart was racing. And I want you to note, I actually ended up taking this out, I'm pretty sure, the next raid. I was so excited. I didn't really have the gear fear yet. I think I started with no gear fear, and then I think progressively, once I started to take good shit out, there was a noticeable increase in my survivability and killability with just a dot. So I thought I was less likely to die with better stuff, but when I did die, it was painful. So I think gear fear kind of came slightly into the beginning, but not right at the beginning. But with iron sights, no way I would hit a shot like this or even attempt a shot like this. But with a dot,
Here we go.
easy peasy. Just a simple piece of shit level 1 optic. Make a huge difference. I'm still on semi-auto. I don't know about full auto. Alright, that was pretty decent. Seeing 2 targets, shooting at one, as soon as one's behind cover, noticing another, and already getting on target. I wonder if I also changed my sensitivity. But it's good to be able to practice transferring your aim from one target to another.
Yeah. Now we're talking. We're getting somewhere, boys.
I've got the Vepers, the Saiga 9, fucking Paka 3M, and Cole Packs. Fucking, we rich now, boys. We are loaded. Let's go.
Guy's a tank.
Perfect time to practice those little flicks, because the AI is being fucking simpleton and isn't firing back at me, so I might as well take the time for target practice. Alright, here's the beginning of your boy Veritas' anatomy of a firefight. I knew there's no way I was going to win against a PMC with a Makarov. My aim was still iffy. He probably has a shotgun or something like that. So I knew he saw me. So I wanted to set a trap, basically. I ran around the corner, hid behind the box, hoping that he thought I kind of ran through the door and he would just run by, and then I could quickly, tap him in the head. So that was the right call. If I tried to take the fight with the guy, I probably wouldn't have been able to hit his head at that distance. And he had a pack on, and I didn't, so he would have easily won that fight, unless he was the biggest potato on planet Earth. What I did wrong there was I'm standing out in the open. I'm exposed to a shit ton of angles, and I'm not checking visually any of them. Like, I'm so uneasy watching this, because today I would have probably used free look to, like, look left, look right up to the rafters, look left up to the rafters. I should be surveying the area, and I don't at all. I'm just too scared to make noise, like I know a lot of people are. Just slow walking, not looking anywhere. And I think it's stuff like that a lot of people say, oh, well, I die, and I always die. I always get one-tapped, and I never know where it's from. Or they'll call cheats or whatever. It's because I wasn't fucking looking anywhere. I was hyper-focused on not making any noise and trying to listen and wasn't really paying attention to my surroundings. Oh, God. You guys remember that? When you got stuck in the door animation? I'm so glad they fixed that. Shortly after I started playing. Couldn't move.
Oh, fuck.
Now, if that guy had aimed for my head, he would have instantly killed me. But instead, he shot me center of mass, and he got fucked. Oh, no. You're low on ammo. Oh, stutter step. No ammo management whatsoever in my head here. I still haven't reloaded? That was fucking lucky. This is my first M4. Oh my god, I remember. Paka Kiver, remember that? My adrenaline was pumping here. Gotta get out, oh my god. Alright, so I was low on ammo, so I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna switch to this thing. And if I die, at least I got to use it for like 2 seconds. Remember that bug? Remember that one? The fucking Chimera? I was like, did you see the double take? Did you see the fucking double take there? The fuck? I was gonna loot them, I'm like, nah, don't get greedy, get the fuck out. Oh, that door animation.
Oh, baby, baby, baby. That was a good fucking run. Holy shit.
2 gold packs and M4. Right on. Fuck. Oh my god. Alright, guys. So I hope that me laughing at myself, criticizing, you know, what I was doing poorly, pointing out the things I was doing well, I hope that will potentially help some of you newer guys, or entertain some of you guys if everything I just said you already fucking know already, but wanted to see me as a complete and utter shitter. So, like I said, hope you guys enjoy. Again, thank you for all the love, and I hope to see you guys soon on the stream. Like I said, I stream every weekday with the exception of one usually, whenever my wife has the day off, and usually all days on the weekends. So come fucking hang out. I'd love to hang out with you, interact, and have a good time. So I'll see you guys soon. Thank you.